How's it going, everyone? Just wanted to let you know that these two sets of episodes, they were recorded like months ago. So sorry about that. And the quality may be shit. I guess I'm just gonna let my past self take over for these two sets of episodes. Take care. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Psychopath. I'm gonna be watching episode 4 right now of season 1. Last episode, I thought was pretty exciting and interesting because there's a lot of layers in the previous episodes. In episode 3, and I feel like that case specifically isn't over yet. I've said it that I would be very disappointed that episode 4 does not continue off of episode 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if episode 3 is just done and then we just continue on with a new case in episode 4. But I have said in episode 3 that I feel like there's more to this murder mystery in episode 3. I was very suspicious on the chief of that facility. I feel like he is hiding some things. So I don't know, we shall see in episode 4. Again, if we are just gonna start a new case, that's completely fine. And with that being said, if you enjoyed the reaction, hit the like and subscribe. Helps the channel out. Let me know what you think in the comments below as well. I guess without any further ado, let's watch the episode.
OK。私の友達が今すごく困ってて、だからその子のことを話したいの。
Akane? So we are starting a new story, that's fine.
困ってるのは人間関係なのかな。
Where are we?
その職場で部下っていうか先輩っていうか。
She's talking about herself, sorry. Are we like in the internet? Oh wow. Even in the future, VR headsets still uses cables. It sucks.
それがお嬢ちゃんにとって一番だと思うね。
Are you talking from past experience as well?
あいつにとって世界でたった一つの正義ってやつはその闇の奥底にしかないんだろう。そんなものをお嬢ちゃんも奴と一緒に探したいと思っているのなら、俺にはもう何も言えない。
Basically saying if you want to understand Kogami, you're not gonna be yourself anymore.
葉山公彦、32歳独身、無職。
無職っているんですか？今時そんな人。
Subtle world building right there. Showing that this world is sort of like a utopia where everybody already has jobs.
平井ったよ。葉山がネットで使っていたアバターはこいつか。
So who was she talking to? She must be talking to the murderer, if that is the case.
でもさ、少なくとも葉山のアバターを使ってるやつは
Love that little detail that her lipstick sticks to the cigarette.
やつのアバターに接触してみよ
う。手としちゃ悪くないが、誰がやる？
Has to be Akane.
ここの管理人アナーキストで有名なんです。刑事だってバレたら厄介なことになるかも。
葉山、タリスマンと交流があるのか？
そりゃどっちも有名ですし、いや、中の人が顔見知りかどうかは別ですけど。
What if it's the same person? Can one person use different avatars? Where'd she go?
あなたって本当に自分がどれだけ有名人か自覚してないのね。レモネードキャンディー。それとも常森茜さんって呼ぶべきかしら？
Oh shit.
ま、 私の正体は卒業アルバムとでもにらめっこして探してごらんなさい。
What? No. I was thinking about her two friends in episode 2, but
アナーキストのスプーキーブーギーがなんだか意外。
本音と建前ってやつよ。同期のよしみもあるしね。まあ任せておいてよ。
they were talking about like two different personalities, like your real personality and your internet personality.
本当だって。あらあら、やっぱりね。
That's him. Same voice.
やはり罠だったか、スプーキーブーギーめ。もちろん逃げますよね。捕まってもらっちゃ困りますよ。こっちにだってまだやりたいことが残ってる。援護しますよ。
Two different people. The one who is voicing him isn't there, but oh, this is a problem. Of course, the crime coefficient is gonna go fucking high.
あなたはもうスプーキーブーギーではない。皆に愛されるアバターとして立ち振る舞う資格はない。
あんたなんかに何がわかるってのよ。
私はあなたのことをあなた以上に知っています。
Ooh.
ふざけないで。何よあれ、超キモい。一体何様のつもりよ。
君の方こそもう二度とスプーキーブーギーになることはない。殺したのかい？この女はスプーキーブーギーにふさわしくない。だがスプーキーブーギーは消えてはならない。みんなに笑顔をもたらすため。だからスプーキーブーギーを残して。
White hair?
君なら菅原翔子よりも完璧なスプーキーブーギーが務まるよ。
Thank you, I guess, for showing tomatoes instead of her actual body. Well, yeah, this was a shit got real dark. Holy shit. Where do I start? Okay, let's start with the beginning. Let's start with this small little conversation. Between Akane and Masaoka. Talking about how the only way you can understand someone is if you would see the world through their eyes. And if Akane wants to understand Kogemi, then she essentially needs to be on this. She needs to view the world as Kogemi does. And in doing so, then her psychopath will be the same as him. As we are talking about how Akane wants to understand more about Kogemi, in this episode, right at the end, we get to meet the white-haired character that was in the photo that he was looking at in the previous episode, in episode 3, and is also the person who I am now 100% confident is the one we saw in the opening segment of the entire show in the first episode. So now we know he is linked to this case. So now it's a matter of what's his goal and what is his objective. It's this entire episode is focusing more on the idea of living on the internet. About internet ambiguity, about how a person's real life personality won't necessarily be reflected on the internet, because they can just create their own separate personality as well. Like, you may see me as one thing, but I may be another thing in real life. It's a theme and concept that has been talked about a lot. I guess one of the best examples of this being explored more in depth with is in an older anime called Serial Experiments Lane, where in that show we are heavily dealing with the idea of you as a person in real life and the you on the internet can become so disconnected and so detached from one another that you are essentially creating a new person. The idea of you can be whatever you want to be on the internet and you are safe because of ambiguity, it brings up a lot of like questions. And in this episode, it also becomes a lot more problematic if that ambiguity is discovered, right? When you find out that all this entire time this person is actually A or this person is actually B. Like, you won't see that person the same way again, whether in real life or on the internet, right? And on this episode, we're kind of trying to find this person who was supposedly killed. And by the end of the episode, we kind of get confirmation that yeah, the person on the that is using that avatar is dead and is being used and controlled by somebody else. The thing that I love about Psychopath so far is that each different like case is basically a tool for the writers to essentially bring out and explore different themes when it comes to technology, modernism, and the future. And I kind of like that. And I guess my only worry is that I hope they don't run out of ideas or they start recycling shit. But so far I feel like it's been going really well, and the fact that we are being introduced to the new to the I would say the antagonist of the show means that there's going to be a longer, more overarching storyline that may revolve around a single case, and in which case it would in which case it will start to divert from exploring themes, and we can actually start exploring more of the characters, and that is when we are getting more and more development. So I hope that is the case, because if it is, I will be really excited to see how everybody's character is gonna progress, how they're gonna deal with some of the stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of this Kogemi and Akane dynamic, and also learning more and more about his past, his old self, because obviously he is hiding something, and obviously there's something to it, and we are obviously going to be learning about it more and more, considering that we already seen a glimpse of it in the first episode, and we are kind of getting the ramifications this episode by the introduction of the white-haired character. Love the color palette in this last sequence, in this last scene. Mostly showing red. The character is red. It's her surroundings red or pinkish. And then she got choked out and possibly got sliced up and got blended into a fucking tomato. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am here with Psychopaths episode number 5. Last episode we ended off with a blender of a scene. Some pretty dark shit. We were talking about some of the thematic elements of last episode. Specifically talking about internet ambiguity and whatnot, and some of the ramifications of it. And we ended with this poor girl being I guess being sliced and diced and being blended to become a smoothie tomato. I got nothing else to say. If you enjoyed the reaction, if you enjoyed the discussion as well, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. Guess without any further ado, let's watch the episode.
ごめんで済んだら警察はいらないんじゃない？あれだけ大騒ぎしておいて結局本命のタリスマンは逃亡。
Now we know the context. This is a different person now. Already different personality.
今のチャットはログを取ってあるな。
え？それはもちろん。
Can Kogami decipher that? You know, decipher the changes in her personality?
愉快犯と考えればあり得るが、そのために殺人まで犯すか。ギノ、犯罪者の心理を理解しようとするな。
Wow.
それは貴様自身に対する戒めか、鴻上。
Ooh.
おい。
Ooh. We were talking about this last episode.
こういうアバターとかバーチャルとか俺にはいまいち理解できん。息をして汗をかいて飯を食うのは結局この体だろう。
正岡さんみたいな人今では絶滅危惧種だと思います。
Fucking boomer. I'm sorry.
ごめんで済んだら警察はいらないんじゃない？はあ、本当に警察なんかと手を組
Come on, Kogami. You can.
こいつだ。言葉遣いが違う。
Ah.
最初は公安。
So yeah, okay, nice, good. Smart detective work. The realization.
この部屋だ。
We're not gonna find her like mushed up body, are we? Dude, go, run.
お前から電話がかかってくるのは悪い兆候だ。あんたは牧島さんのごひいきですからね。うまくやってくださいよ。本当に。
Makishima. The white-haired character? Is that his name? Makishima?
また一人外車が出た。例のスプーキーブーギーだ。
Okay, so that wasn't her apartment. How are you feeling, Nakane?
私のせいで彼女を巻き込んでしまって。
彼女の情報を敵に漏らした。
いえ、
じゃあお前の。
Then it's not your fault, exactly.
それは
That's really hard to think of it not being your fault. I get it.
しろ異常なのはこの犯人の演技力です。乗っ取られたアバター、どれも怪しまれるどころか
That can also act the part, right?
よりも人気者になってるんですよ。
アイドルの本音や正体とそのキャラクターとしての理想像とはイコールじゃない。
Now we're dealing with idolized personalities.
タリスマンの評判が下落した時期ですからね。それが2ヶ月前の
Wow, look at that spike.
持ち直す。
ここで葉山が殺され、タリスマンが誰かに奪われた。
そうか、それが犯人の本来のアバター。
そういうことだ。どうだ、該当者はいるか。
ドンピシャのやつが一人だけ。御堂正武27歳。
That's your guy. It's crazy how easy it is for them to actually get the right person. Now the squad is moving.
御堂正武、サイコパスの提示を要求します。出てきてください。
Whoa. Whoa, that is trippy. Ah, clever. Why are you still standing there? You had all the time in the world to run away, dude. Loving how they're editing this episode.
お帰りなさい、御堂くん。
Ugh.
おかえり。ただいま。僕なら平気だ。
Ugh. Fucking creep.
君たちは永遠だ。
Hey yo.
もうちょっとうまくできなかったかな、御堂くん。
何者にもなり得る君の個性とはどのようなものなのか、僕はとても興味があった。だから人を貸した、力を貸した。
But now your service is over.
死を運ぶ猟犬たちのお出ましだ。
執行モード、リース、エリミネーター。慎重に照準を定め、対象を排除してください。
What is Makishima's goal? Because right now he's just using pawns to...
今回、君は十分よくやった。
結局、犯人を突き止めたのは鴻上さんでした。
監視官は監視官としての役目だけを果たせ。執行官とは一線を引け。
This has been a running theme throughout the last episode and this.
君に同じ鉄を踏んでほしくない。
Is it Kogami?
人事課のファイルだ。目を通したら破棄しろ。
Is it gonna reveal that Kogami used to be a...
鴻上信也、執行官、男性、28歳、元監視官。
There we go. Damn. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but actually getting the reveal was okay. Episode 5 of Psychopaths. Whew. A continuation of the previous episode, and I feel like some of the things that I said from last episode, from episode 4, still remains true to episode 5 as well. So I'm not going to talk much in terms of the discussion, but some of the things that was mentioned in the previous episode was kind of like elevated a lot more in this episode. Especially when they were talking about drawing a line between enforcer and inspector, and Akane herself having to deal with more and more of these investigations. Akane starting to question herself, doubting herself, even blaming herself for the death of her supposed friend from school. Which again, it's crazy because it's the internet anomaly that it's crazy because like these two should know each other, right? And the fact of the matter is they don't really know each other. Even Akane herself was like, I don't really know her. She just said that she was a friend from school, but that was about it. But moving on from that, I really love this sequence. I think they did a pretty good job in terms of making the scene very nauseating. I will say the use of the color palette that they are using for these scenes aren't like just random colors. Like there's still a uniformity in them, which I kind of appreciate. This is stupid. I'm sorry, but you have all the time in the world to run away and you chose to just stand there and do nothing. And look what that got you. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But this is when the plot, I guess, thickens. We're getting more and more of Makishima, but at the same time we still have no idea what his goal is. I am going to go off on a limb and say it's maybe a personal grudge between him and Kogemi, and him doing all of these cases, these crimes, is basically just him getting one step closer to Kogemi, or because he is letting Kogemi getting closer to him, right? Like that's the only thing that I can deduce. I don't know what his like future goal is. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what his plan really is. But the fact that he is using pawns and is willing to get rid of these pawns kind of goes to show what kind of character he really is. And now it's making me wonder whether all of these previous cases are also orchestrated by him as well. But in any case, it just goes to show that we are gonna get more and more of these psychological warfare between him and the rest of the Public Safety Bureau, because they're gonna have a really hard time figuring out some of these later cases, I'm assuming, which I am really looking forward to see. Last but not least, we get the reveal that Kogemi is an ex-inspector. Like, who could have guessed that? Who could have thought? I think it was pretty obvious the way he was acting up in like the past few episodes. So it doesn't come up as a surprise for me, but this is a story progression. Now that Akane knows who Kogemi really is, now it's just a matter of how she is going to deal with this information herself. I think that's pretty much it for me. Again, hope you enjoyed the reaction, hope you enjoyed the discussion as well. If you do, hit the like, subscribe as well if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time for my reaction for episode 6. Take care, guys.